did a sponge with diamond head. I mean a sponge with diamond head. Then we did an oven cake, and then we did an all-day fruit tart. We are making a tart pastry.
Here's the recipe. We're going to start with 1 1/4 cups of all-purpose flour, 1/4 cup of sugar mixed together in a bowl. Then we will add 1/2 cup of cold butter. We're using Earth Balance to keep it dairy-free, cut into small bites or small pieces.
A piece.
We're going to mix that together with the flour and the sugar. Then we're going to add 2 egg yolks beaten along with 1 tablespoon of cold water and mix that into the flour butter mixture and knead that into the dough. Then it will sit. We're going to leave it sitting overnight, and then tomorrow we'll roll it out into the tart pastry so we can make a
Oven-day fruit.
orange glazed fruit tart.
Oven-day fruit tart.
This is Chef Asher's first video baking with us. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right, let's get started.
Okay.
So Sammy's going to do 1/4 cup of sugar into this bowl.
Daddy done 1 cup.
And then
I just did.
4/4 cups, or 5/4 cups, because 1 1/4 cups of flour. Make them flat, sweetie. Asher's going to help. I'm going to have him pour the water into the eggs and help us by stirring the flour sugar mixture. It's pretty big.
How long do we need?
Okay, that should be good. So going a little heavy. Perfect. All right. Asher, here, why don't you help us stir? Yep.
Hey, before we need to
Oh, that's
put in the
perfect.
fruit. That's awesome.
Here, help Sammy stir.
Yeah.
Good
I have to
job.
put your hand on.
Good job.
And then put
There you go. All right.
Okay. Now we add the butter.
Now, I'm going to get the cold butter out of the
Add the water.
on the cold water.
And what? Don't pour them in.
The water will go into the egg yolks.
Okay, then pour that in.
Let's let Asher do that.
That's
Here.
it. That's
Asher, I want your help here. Ready? You're going to pour this into here for me. Good job. All right.
now that's add
And then here, stir it up for me. Here,
and we add
use the fork.
all this butter to it. Now we add all this butter.
So he's beating the egg yolks with the water.
Now we add all this
Good
butter
job, Chef.
to the flour and the sugar mixture.
All right.
I added
Chef
the
Asher's
butter.
first time.
I added that
Good job, Sammy.
butter, yeah.
All right, Chef Sammy. So now for this, it's a little messy, so if you have them, I'd recommend using disposable gloves because you want to get the sugar flour mixture well mixed in with the butter. You can also use a food processor. It's just not as fun though.
What we using?
We're using our hands, or I'm using my hands.
I would like to try
You want to try it?
Yeah.
All right. So squeeze the butter into
Like
the
this?
flour. Yep, just like that. Good job. You're doing great. So you want to get the butter to be really fine pieces mixed in with the flour sugar. Because when you roll out the dough, you don't want to have big chunks of butter. You want to have it nice and smoothed out.
Smooth it out.
Yeah. You're trying to get to that measuring cup, huh? Not the best toy for you, sweetie.
We do not need it.
Yeah, I'll do a little bit more.
I think that didn't.
Asher, in a minute, I'm going to have you pour the egg yolk mixture into this. Okay, and then we're going to mix a little bit more.
Yeah, that's mix.
And that's going to make the tart dough, which you can't really use it once it's made right away. You could put it in the fridge for about an hour, and then you could use it to roll out. But it has to be a little bit harder to make it rollable. Otherwise, it's just too soft.
Okay. One. I think that's did.
So you see it starts to look almost like cornmeal
Yeah, I'm
when
gonna.
it's mixed right. You alright, sweetie?
Ready.
Alright, let's let Asher pour that in.
I'll take this out.
Yeah, take the fork out. You could put it on that right there. Put it right here. Thank you. Here, let Asher help you too. Asher, here, help us pour this in, sweetie.
Good job, Ash.
Alright, and then you can stir it with the fork. You really want this, huh? Not the best toy, but you can hold it for a minute.
I think you are missing the fun video.
Chef Isaac's missing out on this one. He'll help us finish the fruit tart tomorrow when we glaze the fruit.
But I think it's so fun to make it. You are missing out on the fun.
Here, I think now I'm going to use my hand to mix up the egg
I
mixture all the way. Yep.
think you are missing out on the fun.
Alright, hold on.
But
So
do
see,
you want
the
to be
butter,
fun?
flour, sugar, eggs.
Wow, some dough.
It starts to form together like a dough, but it's very
Let
soft.
me try and do it.
Okay, go ahead.
This is it. What do you do with this? Oh,
It's looking pretty good. So this is about what you want. Just make it into a nice ball. Nice ball of dough.
yeah. Hey, I know how to do that is in it.
Look
How
what
did
we
it
made,
turn
Chef
out?
Asher. Check it out.
The meat I
So it's a ball of dough. It's pretty
Well-
soft. Like I said, couldn't roll it out right now. It'll just stick to the rolling pin. And after about an hour, it'll be nice and hard. Then we
Oh,
can roll it out,
maybe.
glaze our fruit, and we'll have fresh fruit tart. Thanks for watching Chef Daddy and the Baker Boys.
Daddy,
Can you say bye?
Bye.
Bye.
Now tell me what that video on TV.
You ready, Asher?
1.
Hi. Welcome back. We're continuing. Now that our dough has gotten cool in the refrigerator, we are going to roll it out into a nice circle and then put it into our tart shell.
I did now your turn.
You guys didn't count to 11 more, so we're taking turns. Rolling nicely.
I did your turn.
Go ahead, sweetie.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. My turn.
Alright. Alright. Take a break. Thank you.
Now my
So it's
turn.
coming apart a little. We used the earth balance, not the butter, so it doesn't stay together quite as good. More like it a little warmer than we want.
My
Okay,
turn.
sweetie, hold on.
My turn.
Sammy, 1 second, please. 1 second.
My turn.
Take a little bit of flour
Hmm.
and blend it together.
Did I enough? Did I do that enough? A tiny bit.
Tiny bit more. Perfect.
Okay. Now it's my turn. Thanks.
Okay, I'm gonna count.
No,
One,
Daddy. No, Daddy.
I can count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
10,
Is
11.
that
Now
cool,
it's
Asher?
Daddy turn.
Now it's Asher's turn to
Daddy,
roll.
Daddy.
Okay.
You
ready, sweetheart?
Ashley, your turn to
Asher's
roll.
first turn to roll.
Oh, Ashley got it.
You know what to do, right?
Ashley don't like it.
No, he's not
We
the
can
big
just skip
roller.
Ashley's turn.
Let
Asher,
Asher sit
I'll
down and
do.
see for a moment.
Ashley,
Sit right here for me, sweetie.
Are you like making dates? We are making some dates.
Now it's time to make the orange glaze for orange glaze fruit tarts. So Sammy's going to pour a 1/4 cup of sugar into the medium saucepan. Then we're going to
This is
add
so
2
pretty.
teaspoons.
Oh, it does say me in a medium.
Then we're going to put 2 teaspoons of cornstarch.
Mm,
It's pretty large. That should be about right for 2.
no, two.
A tiny bit more. You don't want to taste starchy. There you go. Perfect. So now we're going to put it on medium heat. We're going to stir that with a 1/2 cup of orange juice.
But then we don't add the fruit. Oh, we don't add the fruit.
So let's pour the orange juice.
Daddy, we would need to add fruit soon.
Yeah, now we're going to... Oh, so first you make their glaze. You want to stir it on medium heat. It's going to get a little bit thicker. That's why you put the starch in there, to make it a little bit thicker.
It has all that you need.
That's all that you need.
Do I need any more cornstarch?
Doesn't need any more cornstarch or sugar. Just the right amount of sweetness and thickness. The orange juice will add a nice amount of natural acidity and a tiny bit of sweetness as well. You prefer to use fresh squeezed orange juice so it has less water content in it.
It's bubbly.
We'll show you about the fruits that we're using as well. We have them prepared. So Sammy will help identify what they are. Go ahead. We have
Blackberries, blueberries, strawberries, kiwi, and a pineapple.
makes for a nice variety of color. Once we fill our tart shell, we're going to glaze the fruit before we put it in the shell so the shell doesn't get soggy.
Yeah, it won't get soggy. I did. It won't get soggy.
It won't get soggy.
It will never get soggy.
It'll be nice and delicious.
Yeah.
So we can show you the recipe that we're following. Kind of see what we're aiming to do. The recipe calls for tartlets, but we're making one large fruit tart.
Yeah, we're making a dog food. I don't make so yummy.
Yep, so the part we're up to right now is the medium saucepan. Stir together sugar and cornstarch. Stir in the orange juice.
Into bubbly and stir for 2 minutes.
Cook and stir over medium heat until thick and bubbly. Let me cook and stir for 2 minutes more.
With
And we gently stir in the fruit. See, there's the 1/4 cup of sugar, 2 teaspoons of cornstarch, and 1/2 cup of orange juice. And they recommend other fruits, peaches, nectarines, grapes, raspberries. I found that raspberries are not the best for fruit tarts.
No, but
They end up getting a little smushed.
peaches, days.
Oh, let's start stirring. It's starting to bubble. See, so it starts to bubble. You stir it, it's going to get a little bit thicker.
Are you ready, Arthur?
Seeing if Chef Asher wants to help us today. Chef Isaac's taking the day off. See, it's starting to reduce as the orange juice evaporates a little bit. It becomes more of a glazed consistency.
It does make the oven.
Yeah. We'll do it for about another minute.
And then we add in the...
Now we'll add in all of our fresh fruit. You definitely want to pick fruit that's not too soft, because when it gets too soft, it's just going to fall apart into the glaze. And that's definitely not the best if you want to have a nice, colorful dessert.
Then we still cut that strawberry into more pieces.
We don't need to cut it into more pieces.
Yeah,
It'll be good just like that.
But that would be a tiny bit of strawberries. Only 5 pieces of strawberries.
That's okay.
Yeah.
A nice amount of color, nice balance of color.
Well, I think it did. It added orange days. It did.
I think it looks pretty good. Nice thickness to
we
it.
should put in the fruit.
Now careful, we're going to turn the heat off before we add the fruit in. We're not trying to cook the fruit, we're just trying to glaze the fruit.
Are you ready?
Yeah, you can put them in there one at a time, start dropping fruit in there.
Okay, drop.
Yeah, that's probably the best way.
Mhm.
Separate the pineapple a little bit. I'm going to slice pineapple.
Side pineapple. Some side pineapple. That's not for sure.
And one reason to put the glaze on the fruit is also to preserve it so it doesn't get wilted if you're going to eat it the next day. Or even later that day. If you leave fruit out in the air too long, you'll notice it starts to wilt. It's not as appetizing looking and it will dry out. The glaze will keep it from drying out. It'll add the
One
moisture.
more kiwi.
Great.
I'm eating it.
Alright, so now we're going to sort of fold it around with the spatula. Sammy, can you fold it for me? Start stirring the fruit in there
What
nicely.
I said.
Yeah.
And then all day.
Doing great. So we make sure all the fruit gets some glaze on it.
Hey, I think it might be time to put the tart to do the top pasty.
So now that's nicely mixed.
Yes,
We're gonna give it some time to set and cool.
Okay.
Because nobody wants to eat a hot fruit tart.
Yeah. So it's to be ready.
And we'll show you the finished product in just a little bit. Back to Chef Daddy and Baker Boys. Here we have our completed tart shell. And now we are going to assemble it with the fresh fruit that we made the glaze for earlier.
Well, we take it out.
The tart's
Take it
good.
out. Alright.
Oh, this is very cold.
Yeah, we put it in the refrigerator just to cool the fruit. We're gonna take out our nice glazed
Never
fruit.
fall off, so I ate it.
That's the yummy.
Now if you have two hands and you're not holding the baby, feel free to assemble the fruit
A baby.
a little more aesthetically pleasing.
A baby. That's the yummy.
And generally you'd want to go with an 8-inch tart shell. We only had an 11 available.
Baby.
So we'll end up making more fruit just to fill the shell a little better.
Hug. What do you say? What do you say? Hug. What do you say?
What do you want to say about the tart?
Baby.
And here is Sammy's Sunday dessert. Isaac.
This is very Sunday dessert.
Thank you for watching Chef
What
Daddy
was
and the
it,
Baker
Sammy?
Boys.
What did you make,
What do you
Sammers?
make after dinner?
I already ate fruit tart.
Here is